Hey, what's up guys? Mark here. I'm about to show you guys a little bit of how to play Evervation when you're first getting started. A lot of people have issues with our custom content and figuring out the game from the beginning. So I'm going to get on my test server here and just kind of go over a few things very quickly so all you noobs can figure out how to play. So first, when you log in, you're going to have to accept to our terms. If you decline our terms, you're not going to be able to play. So we're going to go ahead, log in, accept to the terms. This is where you're going to start off. You're going to see this ugly lady here standing on the top of this hill on this random island that I cannot get off of. So we're going to talk to her. She's going to give you a few tips of how to play the game. The very, very bare necessities, talking about the teleport panel, the player panel, everything else, and the achievements, which we will go over a little bit more in a second. So once you're finished done talking with her, she'll teleport you off of the island and bring you to the Evervation home. Now when you first get to the home, it's very big. Since I'm on the test world, there's no other players online right now, it's just me. So it's pretty empty. If you go to the southwest corner, you have some mining rocks, you have a furnace, you have some anvils over here. This guy right here, he sells some skilling supplies, so you can get started with your skilling, making some money. And these guys right here, this is for the auction. I'm not really going to get into auctioning right now, maybe in a later video. Here's our altar, if you need to use bones on it. Here's our thieving stalls. A lot of people think that thieving stalls are the best way to make money when they first get on a server. That is definitely not the case here. It's probably one of the slowest ways of gaining a good amount of cash, actually. Over here we have some trees, magic tree, yew tree. Our trees do turn into stumps after you get a couple logs, so they're not infinite, but they do respawn fairly quickly. We have another Bob over here, willing to give you supplies for the people that are too lazy. This is the crystal chest. When you vote, you get crystal keys, which you can use on this chest and get random items. This is the prestige chest. You prestige by mastering skills, getting 99 in a skill, and then you can prestige the skill and get some points and all sorts of cool stuff. And you can use the keys that you get on this chest to get better loots than the crystal chest. This is our Frost Dragon's portal. Of course, you need 85 mining and 92 Slayer. Alright, so this is the teleport panel. This is how you get around all over the place. You have the home teleport, of course. As you can see, I already completed one achievement there. We have our training teleports, a bunch of simple training monsters. We have our bosses teleports, all our different bosses. We have PKing, we have skilling, we have mini games, we have a zombie mini game, a couple other cool mini games. This is our player panel. You have items on death. You have our shops. This is where you can buy all your different stuff, you know, mage supplies, ruins, you know, skill capes. If you get anything mastered, you can sell anything. Shops, even though it's in the player panel and you can access the player panel all over the game, you cannot access shops outside of the home area. See, it will tell you that you need to be at home. This right here is the achievements. You have your starter achievements, which are your very, very basic achievements to kind of get you familiar with the game. As you can see, I already completed 2 of them, which was open the shop menu, which we just did, and teleport to any area from the teleport panel, which we teleported home. Not really hard. This will actually get you a good amount of cash, starter cash, and it's very easy to complete all the achievements. You can get 40 mil and 2,000 Evervation points to use in the Evervation shop. Nothing really there besides fancy clothes and stuff like that, but you will get 40 mil cash, which will help you out a lot. You have the adventurer achievements. These are a little bit harder than the starter achievements and take a little bit more time, like prestiging a skill, which would mean you would have to master a skill and prestige it, you know, win an auction, an item, and a bunch of other stuff. So let's return to the player panel. We have auctioning, which again I'm not going to get into because that's a whole thing by itself. To keep it short, you can auction items globally, and anybody in game can bid on those items. So you don't have to waste your time looking for the best or the person who's going to pay the most amount of money. This is the prestige panel. It'll tell you how many prestige tokens you have, how many skills you've prestiged. You have combat prestige, max prestige. If you're interested in figuring out what prestiging is and how to prestige and everything else, you just click what is this down here, and it gives you a bunch of different options and questions you can ask, and they're all answered. So I'm not going to get into that. This is your piggy bank or your cash storage. You can store any amount of gold here. There's no limit. I mean, you can have 350 billion. Not saying that anybody would ever get that amount of money, but it is possible to store that much. If you need to store cash, you can right click on the cash right in your inventory, and you can click deposit gold. So that deposits deposits it right into your cash storage. If you need money out of your cash storage, you can do the command withdraw and type in 500, get 500 gold withdrawn. If you have a bank pin, it will ask you for your bank pin before you withdraw the gold to stop people from stealing all of your stuff. Also, if you're trading other people, you can use the cash in your storage while you're trading, so you don't have to take it out before you trade. This right here is the price checker. I don't really have any items to put in there to check the prices on. This is the donator panel. Of course, I'm not a donator, so we can't look at that. This is the player information. It's going to have a couple different announcements. It shows your rank, it shows how many Evervation points you have, dungeoneering points, kills, deaths, all of that good stuff. Not really needed for beginners, but if you want to, you have the option to go into your friends list and you can change the color of your private color chatting to whatever color you want. It's automatically saved every time you log out, so you don't have to keep changing it when you log in. If you go up here to your prayers, you can right click and select quick prayers. That does work. Well, I don't have enough prayer, but so we'll select that, and you do see how it turns it on, and then I click it again and it turns it off, so that's very useful. That's pretty much all of the bare necessities. Oh, also, we do not have hovering experience amounts. If you hover over the skills, you can see that it doesn't show you how much experience you have and everything else. You can click the skill, which will open up bigger information about it, your current XP, your next level, the needed XP, a skill guide, quick chat if you want to quick chat your level. Even though all the skills do have a skill guide button, the only skill that does have a working guide is summoning, which you can click that and it'll tell you all the level requirements and the charm types and which pouch it creates. This is very helpful when you're leveling summoning. So we'll return to that. When you get 99 in any skill, there'll be a new button that pops up asking if you want to master it. I'm not sure if I do have my... No, I do not have my commands, but okay. So generally that's about it. Oh, also if you go, let's say you want to fight a monster that's kind of a high level, like green dragons. If you try to attack them, it will ask you if you want to unlock the monster. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell am I unlocking, because you've probably never seen this on a server before. If you do click what do you mean, it will go through and explain kind of what unlocking is and how to unlock monsters and how to get your tokens. Each monster takes a certain amount of tokens to unlock. I mean, the better drops it gives, the more tokens it's going to take to unlock. I mean, the green dragons are 10 tokens, which is actually a low amount of tokens. To get tokens, you would have to do Slayer tasks. Once you complete the Slayer task, you get a certain amount of tokens depending on how difficult the task was. You also can get a co-op Slayer ring from the home options. I know I didn't really get into this, but I mean, I don't want to make a 4-hour video here. You just use the co-op Slayer ring on another player, and then they use it on you, and then you get a co-op Slayer task, and you get more points and tokens and experience and all of that nifty stuff. In your bank, you do have banking tabs. You can use these arrows to switch between the different tabs. This button refreshes it. You know, if you have a empty gap like there is right there, you can refresh and it's going to put it back to where it was. You can empty the tab. It will ask you if you want to empty it. If you click yes. I need to create a bank pin before emptying it, but also you can create a bank pin, change your bank pin, everything else. Anyways, I will most likely be making more videos on guides of our different features and how to use them, but I hope this guide helps you guys out a little bit, and thank you for watching.